You were the spidey suit and better do that. It's gonna be awesome.
Hello.
The Melty Wax Boys return.
Welcome back to another episode of the Melted Wax Boys.
You know, boys, I actually have a bone to pick with you about our Patreon exclusive episode, the Melted Candle Wax Boys, where we rated each other based on looks. I was ugly crying in the bathroom about that after that podcast. Because, some hurtful things were said.
So you were just regular crying? Yeah,
but one of my big detractors that you guys all went in on me for was my sense of style. And I was having one of those arguments in the shower whilst crying where you win every point. And it occurred to me that the two men saying that to me, one dresses like a fucking 39-year-old youth pastor with two watches, and the other one wears
that's not me. Okay.
heads and holes covered t-shirts and $6 fucking basketball shorts and flip-flops. And
Good
I just
stuff.
wanted to address that that weighing of the scales.
I guess it's I'll start first, is because I'm not going to drape expensive, nice clothes over just a disgusting frame. It's kind of like the whole thing where it's like, you can polish a turd, but it's still a turd. So I would rather dress comfortably. I know I look bad. I embrace it. Melted Wax Boys.
That's fine. I just don't want the turd
Melted
I,
Max
in fact, am the
No,
turd.
I understand what is good fashion and what's a nice look.
You just choose to ignore it.
It just doesn't make any sense. Maybe if I was an in-shape man, if I was attractive, maybe I would. But at this point, I don't care. Also, I'm married. Who am I trying to impress? Nobody.
Well, I'm married
Melted
too.
Wax Boys 2023. Well, there you go.
So I too shouldn't be lambasted for my, I would say middle of the road fashion sense.
I don't think it's middle of the road. I think you're taking, once again, I hate that I have to reiterate this again. We shouldn't take this personally. These are just a part of the conversation. And I'd like to state again, Melted Wax Boys 2023.
Well, if anyone wants some context, this was all just an elaborate ruse to talk about the Patreon bonus episode, the Melted Candle Wax Boys. That's on Patreon, 4 episodes a month extra for $5. That's right, $5, $1.25 an episode. We have episodes about Down syndrome serial killers, driving trucks. We have episodes
Tom's
about
Countdown to Workout.
Yes, we had that one. That was a good one.
That was a good bit.
Yeah, that would actually be the most recent before whatever comes out with this one. So
That would make sense. See, that's why I included it.
Melted Candle Wax Boys would be 2 episodes ago.
It's a forever meme. It's our branding now.
Argued about werewolves versus vampires, and then we'll see what happens.
I don't even know.
Patreon.com/Cream Crew. Okay, so
I'm on the edge of my
the episode
seat.
can begin.
I'm on the edge of my seat, wondering what we're going to talk about today. Which,
I'm
Tom,
just
you
full
brought
of
up
vim
a
and
good
vigor.
thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
You brought up a nice thing where you said, I wonder what Generation Alpha's slangs are going to be. Did you agree with when I said that? Did you agree when I said they're going to bring back 1940s and 50s speak?
You know what? I've given up hope. Every successive generation after mine,
They're going to
I've
say broad
assumed.
and toots, and they're going to talk like an old-timey news guy. What's the deal? He sounds like...
Just a total backward slide to cool sexism.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've thought and hoped that would be the case for every generation since I was born, and it's still not happened, so I've given up hope. I think they're going to be even worse than Gen Z.
They're going to be the saviors for us. They're going to take us back to the simpler times, dude.
That's right, baby. Fucking apple pie, pickup trucks, and, everything else that went with that.
Why don't you bend over and clean up the kitchen, you dumb bitch?
That's what they're going to sound like.
I think it could happen. There's I think there's like a duality with the Zoomers. There's the rise of the Aiden Rosses that are sucking Andrew Tate's dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's there's extremes at work. We think of Zoomers as like ultra left kind of losers, but I think there's ultra right losers as well. It could really go either way.
But the problem is, no matter the flavor of loser, And this should really tell you the severe decline is that someone like me is saying this, is they're all very, very, very soft. And I'm soft serve ice cream, and they make me look like a big block of ice. You know what I'm saying?
Hard. They make
They're
you look
hard.
hard.
They make me look. They make me look hard. Super
They make you
hard.
look hard.
Yeah.
Who are these people that make you look hard, Tom?
Anyone born after the year 2000.
Just anybody? Or I thought you were talking about specific people.
No, like literally anyone born after the year 2000.
I would have to say anyone born after the year 2002, because babies that were born 2001, they're very hard. They're harder than we are.
That's true. They did come into the world through the vibrations of those towers falling.
The planes hitting the buildings helped push it was a gravitational force that also helped them propel out of their mom's pussies.
That's right. The shockwave in the immediate area just fucking shot babies out all at once.
If you believe in reincarnation, do you think that one of the terrorists that did that they were resurrected as a child and
Immediately, it just flew straight from the plane into the womb of the woman in
Yeah.
NYC hospital.
not that they would ever know, but that's just do you think that happened?
Wow, this baby came out browner than I was thinking, with a thicker facial hair.
So you're thinking that they would just be still I was thinking like
Yeah, still an Arabic man.
Yeah, no, I thought that it was going to be that they would be resurrected as like any other child. But I just mean like that the soul of that person was resurrected through a child in America. Because I like to think that if you're wherever you die, that's where you get resurrected. That's where you your soul ferments with the soil, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we definitely have some homegrown terrorists to look out for.
Kids who feel a certain way, but they don't know why. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, boy, we're starting heavy this episode, huh? We're really wow. Oh,
All right.
let's
You guys
start
see
again.
you guys see any new dinosaur movies lately?
Yeah, any more Marvel films going on right now? Wow, that Blue Beetle sure looks fun, doesn't it, huh?
I actually haven't seen the trailer for that. I saw the like logo for it, and I was like, "What the who the fuck is Blue Beetle?" I've never heard of that. They're really
they've run
scraping.
out, dude.
Yeah, they're
they've
scraping the
literally,
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, Blue Beetle. Honestly, I actually thought the logo looked kind of sweet, but that's just,
Great. I thought did you see Tom Holland getting his ass pounded in that one show in that clip?
yeah, dude, that was vile.
That's pretty cool. Oh, why is it vile, Tom? Why is it vile?
'Cause he's not gay.
We don't know that.
If he was gay, I would totally be like, get yours.
That's hot.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's hot, dude. I'd be like, that is fucking hot.
Oh, because he's gay, that's actually really sexy. I'm not
No,
gay,
he's
but I know
actually
he's
like, yeah.
I know he's actually hard.
He really believes this, and that's what gets me.
He actually has tons of cum in his butt. He was selling it. One hell of an actor. See, that's the problem is you got to give him these weird little offset roles. You can't have him in Uncharted. Tom Holland in Uncharted is just
yes.
is terrible.
Well, because he looks like a twink, so it works for him to get fucking pounded, but it doesn't work for him to be some sort of, suave desert raider man. But
yeah. He's not. That's a good point. He's fucking a lot, but he's the one who's kind of like take me.
the way he in that clip that I only watched once, I swear, the way he grabs that hand, the way he grabs that guy's hand, just he conjured that from somewhere, and I don't like it.
I thought it was a beautiful scene.
I know you did.
I thought it was absolutely beautiful. And let me tell you, that looked a whole lot. And I'll be honest. This is actually honesty. This isn't me being sarcastic. That was way more sexy than seeing two fucking 17-year-old goons kiss up on Zendaya's neck and act like that's supposed to be sexy. I was more hard
Zendaya
over.
is like a fucking 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I said it.
I don't know if I agree with that.
She looks like a fucking elongated giraffe sloth woman.
But see, that's what I like. Giraffe sloth woman. That's what I like though. Is it's so exotic. It's so mysterious. It's the same reason why I think Anna Taylor-Joy is so beautiful, because she has those frog eyes, and I like that. I like when there's some nice character. That's why I think Melissa McCarthy is so attractive.
I don't like that all of Zendaya's character is in her neck. That's a turn off for me.
I like it because it's like I can see Tom Holland acting like a little anteater on that thing. Just fucking
So
work,
did
working
they
his way
break
up and down.
up? Did they break up? Is this Tom Holland?
Dude, who
like,
knows,
revenge?
dude? I don't think they were ever dating. I bet that shit was like fabricated by like Marvel.
You guys have to go and you have to date in public. So people believe that Peter Parker and Mary Jane are dating in real life.
Damn, we're doing another episode.
4-year contract.
I don't know, David Marvel.
Yeah,
Well, Hunter keeps returning to the same
regional
well a lot.
accent,
It's
Hunter.
interesting. And I think
David Marvel, I don't want to date Tom Holland. I just want to have gay sex scenes.
No. You're going to have to go to the Cheesecake Factory together. And you're going to have to get all the entrees.
I'm
the restaurant.
barely keeping up with what you're talking about.
That's Tom Holland talking to David Marvel.
Tom Holland and Zendaya at fucking cheesecake.
Oh, is
saying,
it
see, Don's
because
keeping
like?
up. You
Oh,
get
I
it, Don.
see.
sharing
You get it, Don.
Oreo
He
cheesecake.
gets it. This is exactly what people from Lincoln, Nebraska sound like. They sound like,
Oh, I can't wait to go get some corn.
They're like,
Oh, God, I can't wait to get some Lux bagels.
no. They say,
I can't wait to get some corn on the cob.
that's what they say, just like that.
yeah.
So that's David Marvel, and he's the CEO of Marvel.
Hey,
So wait, is David Marvel at wherever Zendaya and Peter Parker were? Where are they at again? Cheesecake Factory. Is he with them?
No. This is in his office, and he's constructing their relationship because it's fake. Because I think that their relationship was made up because they're like, oh, we need to have Tom Holland and Zendaya date in real life, so people give a fuck
Yeah.
about Peter Parker and Mary Jane.
Tom, we need to convince the masses that you're not gay. So we're going to pair you up with Zendaya.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. And Tom Holland's like, your Nebraska accent is so thick, it's very lovely. Did you grow up there your whole life?
He said, yeah, I did. I grew there my entire life.
And he just has corn decorations all over his office. Are you a big Husker fan?
Oh, absolutely. It's one of my favorite schools of all time. I got to go there when I was a younger boy.
What he says.
Yeah, I can barely understand what David Marvel's saying, if I'm honest.
That's why it's so hard. He's a very inquisitive, brilliant man of
You
marketing.
know, you sprinkle some kosher salt on this corn. It really brings out the native flavors of Nebraska.
Tom,
No, you keep
Tom, maybe we just let Hunter do David Marvel.
Oh.
Hunter's better at the voice
True. I
anyway.
was having-
Maybe let Mead Canyon take that one.
Thank you.
And we'll just
Thank you
enjoy
for
it.
referring to me by my fucking brand, dude.
Gotta
Thank you,
distance
dude.
ourselves from you. This is the second episode in a row.
We should let Dawn talk about this. We should let Flash Gets talk about this. That's bullshit, dude. You know what? Sorry that I was trying to pepper in some nice David Marvel lore for the listeners because people were begging for it last time.
Yeah, well, if you get a home run once, why not try and swing the same way? I guess people won't have heard that episode as of recording, but it's coming.
Yeah, it'll happen. I already know people are wanting it. We haven't even heard the reception of it. I know people are wanting more of it. I'm chomping at the bit for it.
You kind of have.
But honestly, do you think the relationship is constructed? That's what it feels like that to me.
I do now after watching him take those back shots on repeat.
Bang, 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 bang.
And
Do you think him and
fucking
Mark
dancing
Wahlberg had
around.
sex? Do you think
Huh?
him and Mark Wahlberg had sex in Uncharted? Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I
wow,
no.
jeez, Tom. You're so
Mark Wahlberg
attractive.
is absolutely homophobic for sure.
Yeah, I don't want to.
He's a real straight
I don't
man.
want to look at him on set. Put me on a green screen. Like Mark, you're only shooting for 4 days. Put me on a green screen. I'll pay for it. I don't.
Why
want to look
don't
at
you
him.
want to do scenes with me? That's Tom Holland.
Yeah, do you want to do scenes with me?
I
That's
think
what
it's just very unreasonable.
Can we wrap this up? I have a meeting with David Marvel in about 25 minutes.
Is David Marvel for some reason managing Tom Holland's whole life now?
No. He this is only when as soon as he steps away from Spider-Man, David Marvel will drop him immediately.
Oh, I see. I
It's
thought
just-
Tom Holland.
Yeah, and he has to keep updating his
Yeah,
relationship.
he has to kinda
with
make sure that his
Zendaya,
trajectory.
So it's
And see, Tom Holland, he's like, I feel too restricted. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be in this show and get pounded in the back by a big black man. I don't care. And David Marvel was like,
You're really blowing it. You're blowing everything up, Tom. You gotta watch out because people need to have your reputation.
his voice gets like that whenever he gets really frustrated. Whenever he gets really mad, he's like,
I can't even fucking believe they do it.
and then David.
What
David
am I
Marvel,
going to say to the Times of Israel about this, Tom?
I don't know. You see, you keep bringing that up, but it's Nebraska. He has nothing. There's nothing. He
Yeah,
has
it's
nothing to do.
Well, you know, people get.
But let me tell you, he's hanging
foreign
David
publications
Marvel
all the time.
on the Uncharted set. David Marvel really he signed up a bunch of meetings for Tom because he's like, David's like, don't worry, I'll pick you up at my Lincoln Continental. He's like, oh, did you get a Lincoln? Just because he's like, you know why I got it, Tom. I'll pick you up soon. And he picks him up, and then he tries to talk with Mark Wahlberg so Mark will get into the MCU.
Hi, Mark.
He says like that.
Hi, Mikey.
Fuck off, David. That's what he says to him. I don't want to talk to you, David. I don't like you.
You disgust me.
He pushes up his glasses. He's like,
I'm gonna get you one day back.
and he drives off with Tom. He pulls a Caitlyn Jenner and just mows down a crew of Disney workers.
What does David Marvel want old fucking Mark Wahlberg? Who does he want him to play in the MCU?
I was wondering that as I was saying it, and I know that I was gonna say there's that, what the fuck is that? Craven, right? Is that the new one? But they already have that like kick-ass dude playing it. The kid who was kick-ass, he's playing Craven. You know what? David Marvel is setting up a reboot of X-Men already. And he wants Mark Wahlberg to play Professor X and Magneto. Be a double role.
Why both of them?
I don't know. David Marvel works in extremely mysterious ways.
It's a double feature. It's gonna be the best thing that can ever happen to your career.
So you mean I get to do 2 roles?
Oh yeah, Mike Wahlberg.
I've always really empathized with Magneto's story, which is why I handpicked it for you, Mark.
No.
No?
No.
He's like, my favorite character is Wolverine for obvious reasons. But I think that these are 2 roles that are going to emotionally challenge you, Mark.
Is what he said like that. And he reaches in a big bucket filled with black goo, and he pulls out these laminated papers, and he's like,
Just fucking sign here.
he tries to get Mark Wahlberg signed it like that. In the beautiful, beautiful city of Los Angeles, that's where that happens.
Oh boy.
David Marvel. Just say his name one more time.
David Marvel, everybody.
David Marvel. ladies and
David
gentlemen.
Marvel.
And scene.
Harbinger of the MCU. And also Tom Holland's personal life.
It's true. I actually can't get the image of Tom Holland getting, absolutely backed, getting piped down. I did love the response of people being like, fucking. The first thing I saw was like a tweet that had like 50,000 likes, just a comment from like, I think it was somebody shared the video, but it was a comment on that video on Twitter, and someone was just like, yo, Tom Holland went band for band against Zendaya, like basically being like, this was his like revenge or something.
Yeah, what a revenge, getting fucking slammed in the ass by a big black guy.
You know what? If we could only be so lucky, is what I say to that.
I feel you.
Tom, you can't keep going tit for tat with Zendaya. It's not good for either of your careers.
That is probably a conversation that David Marvel had with Tom Holland.
We have a series of plans, Tom. And you going out of the line is really fucking things up for all of us. You're going to have to answer to my cousin, Barry Marvel. He owns a gyro stand outside Burbank. And you don't want fucking
the
Barry.
the proud Greek heritage of David Marvel before his family moved to Nebraska.
Nebraska is a very beautiful state, and Lincoln is probably one of the favorite cities. So let me tell you, I have to go. I need to get out of this hellhole for a couple weeks and unclog my mind, and I got to go up to Lincoln for 2 weeks, and I'll be back, Tom. And just know that I'm always fucking watching you, buddy. Okay.
Don't forget who's got control of your bank account, Tom.
Don't forget who has control of your assets, Tom.
What did I do wrong? It's just me. Feel like you're being mean to me.
I would never do that to you, Tom.
I'm not being mean to you, Tom. I love you.
Haven't you had the time of your life as Spider-Man?
I imagine while he's doing this, he just has like a big bowl of corn. He's just eating this big bowl of corn and smoking a cigarette, just like profusely eating corn. Every time he speaks, he's just like spitting out tons of corn kernels.
Aren't you excited
Kernels.
to be?
Yeah, just like wet kernels in a bowl.
Big European tour. You were the Spidey suit and better learn to it after all. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
know what you'd say, David. You're scaring me.
I can't speak that kind of English.
Oh, dear. Poor Tom Holland. And now he's acting out by dressing up as a hooker on Jimmy Kimmel. And
What'd he
taking
say?
back
I
shots
saw-
from big black guys.
I saw he had a thing. He was like, I grew up in a single mom household or something, or he had like gay parents or
explains
something.
a
And he's
lot.
like, I don't care. I said, you go, Tom Holland. That was a beautiful lovemaking scene. I said, I wish every lovemaking scene could be that beautiful and sensual, and that realistic.
I
It
don't
felt so
like
real.
how he grabbed that hand.
I like how he grabbed the hand. I like how he grabbed the back of his head. And I like how I like the scene too after that when he sits down on the toilet and it's they put like a GoPro on a toilet and you just see him shit out all the
He just shits out all the fucking cum.
I got a right sloppy bottom, me do.
It's a bit of a sloppy Joe, isn't it?
A bit of a sloppy bottom. God, it feels like being back home in East London, it do.
He shits out. He shits out all that cum, and then also there's like turds that fall with it. He's like,
Oh my days!
he's like, ooh, oh, I didn't know there was gonna be more in there. The director's like, hold it.
Tom, are you in there? Are you in the toilet, Tom?
Oh God!
Don't forget the contract I asked you to sign.
Someone get David Marvel out here. We gotta be quick. David Marvel's
Don't
gonna
cover him
disrupt-
up. Don't let anyone see him. Quickly. We gotta make sure his image isn't damaged.
Yeah. So actually, that's probably what happened is they filmed the sex scene and then he showed up and he's like, if you fucking air this, I'll burn this whole fucking studio to the ground. And they're like, well, you were contractually able, and he was able to at least cut the short scene in the toilet. All right, fine. You can keep getting plowed in the bag, but at least get rid of the short scene. Come on, Tom. Don't be this way.
We're all reasonable men, aren't we?
I think I can get you a nice Disney Plus show. I gave you what I'm doing.
Man. I do think. What if do you think that? I wonder. What if they're doing this? Zendaya and Tom are doing these sex scenes, right? In all these shows. What if in the newest Spider-Man there's going to be a full nude sex scene? And that's what they're prepping us up for.
Zendaya giving Tom back shots, just dominated by another big black man.
It's called back shots, Peter. What?
Ain't it? It's Miles Morales. That's the tie-in, dude. They bring in Miles. What?
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know, David Marvel wouldn't do that.
He's an animated character. He's not even real.
Okay, I'm sure they could hire
Denzel Washington to play
I'm
Miles.
sure they could. Zendaya can play Miles Morales, or
I'm
they can
16.
fucking hire Don Cheadle to play Miles Morales.
It's so weird. Don Cheadle looks so old, and he's like in all of these movies.
I was
In all-
gonna say Don Cheadle, and I couldn't keep it together long enough, and you still somehow found it.
Yeah.
I didn't even get one letter out, and you knew what I was gonna say.
I knew exactly what it was going to be. Can you imagine 68-year-old Don Cheadle just being like, all right, Mary Jane, I'm 16. Let's go. I'm Miles.
Oh, is that Peter Parker over there? Boy, he's looking fine in that
Hey,
spandex.
Pete.
Boom.
Hey, Pete,
Smash cut.
you want to go in this public restroom with me real quick?
Don't do it, Peter.
He's cameoing. He's getting cameos in the Marvel film.
He's driving in with like corn on the cob in his fucking pockets. He's on a golf cart on the Disney lot.
Don't fucking film that, Tom.
Just trying to save Tom from himself, like any good mentor would do.
Tom, I led you astray.
That's what happens. David Marvel knows he's gone
He
too
has
far.
a crisis of confidence, or
Yeah.
conscience. Sorry, crisis.
Yeah,
of
he sits
conscience.
there and he comes in. He's like,
I thought that this is gonna be the right thing, but it's not, Tom. Don't do this.
and Tom's like, but David, I have to. Don Cheadle's been here for 4 hours. He's gonna be mad if we don't go in the bathroom and do a little rope in the bloke.
A little what?
A little rope. A little rope in the bloke.
I can't even fucking understand you. And I'm from those godforsaken isles.
Robbing the bloke?
A bit about robbing the bloke.
What you said right there is exactly what David Marvel says to him.
I don't even understand what you're saying, Tom.
He's
Tom,
like, he's so
I've got
distorted.
family in Tottenham, and I have no idea what you're saying.
People, like the crew around the area, listening to them both talk are just having like seizures or like on the ground.
We gotta stop this, Tom.
Stop crying, Tom.
Stop crying, Tom.
Be a fucking man, for God's sake.
Man.
You have an option, Tom. You do have an option here. Your first option is you film this scene and David Marvel leaves your life forever. All right, that's option one. Option two is you get on my private jet and we go to Lincoln and do a fishing trip for 3 weeks. Now, do you choose Hollywood or Lincoln, Nebraska, Tom?
Hollywood. I choose Hollywood.
Okay, well, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not helping you anymore.
I
Gets
just want to get
recast.
back to my country roots now and again. It really grounds me.
God, it clears me head.
It clears my mind to get back to the simple small town of 3,000 people I grew up in.
Tom rejects his call, right? And then David Marvel's in a peculiar spot where now he has to recast Spider-Man. And I think the most obvious choice that David does is David, who used to work at DC many, many, many years ago, now hits up Ezra Miller to replace
Of
him.
course. Why Ezra Miller of all people?
Because you know what? I went to the movies and I absolutely love the Flash.
Ezra's a little nephew of mine. He's a great
brought my
talent. It
daughters
would be
and they
great
call
if
her
he
the
would have an
girlfriends.
up-and-coming job.
We can't even hear each other over us both doing this fucking belligerent voice.
We're gonna give you some sacrifices, Ezra, but we need you to be on set and on time. Please,
They're very formal with him.
please, and thank you.
Yeah.
Corn-fed American.
Oh, absolutely. Corn-fed American. His favorite whiskey is from Kentucky because it's corn-based.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a real tight community over there.
One of the tightest.
Did you guys ever watch Gundam growing up?
Oh, I've Gundam. I loved Gundam.
Yeah, I was big.
I loved it. Which Gundam did you like?
I hate that you
one?
keep ending every sentence like, which deal is your favorite?
You had
I actually never. I always like
Gundam
the.
Wing.
Okay, all right, easy. You're freaking me. Gundam Wing. I actually don't remember. I don't think I've ever actually. I know I've heard of them, and I had some of the toys, but I don't think I ever actually saw the show. But I love the main one, like the white, like the red, white, and blue one. It had like the gold, like V or whatever on it. It's like it kind of looked like a shogun, like samurai outfit, which was probably intentional.
Yeah, the Gundam looked like samurais, and then the bad guy ones looked like Nazis. It was awesome.
I always liked how round and big the designs were, like of their like legs and shit. They're like super, like the enemies mostly were super bulbous and round, giant fucking jetpacks.
Well, the Nazi ones kind of looked awesome. The Zaku's. I really liked the Nazi ones.
The Nazi ones in Gundam. That was so cool.
It's kind of funny that the bad guy ones are based on Nazis, and the good guy ones are based on samurais when they were on the same side.
Yeah,
I'm
Know what I'm
Yoshiyuki Tomino, the creator of Gundam. We really thought we should really illustrate the different spirits between the Japanese and the Germans.
What was your
Famous-
first name again?
It's Yoshiyuki.
the Tekken character, Yoshimitsu.
No, Yoshiyuki
Yeah.
Tomino.
You almost sound Italian, Tom. You sound
what do you mean? That's a Japanese accent. That's a perfect Japanese accent.
You sound like
Yeah.
like one of the background guys in Soprano or something like that, dude. So, like,
I think I sound
I
just
thought
like
it was
a Japanese
impossible.
man.
I thought it was impossible
Yoshiyuki Tomino.
to sound to make a Japanese name sound Italian. But you did it. You absolutely
Yoshimiku Tomino.
Yoshimiku Yamino.
no. What he said. Oh shit, that's good.
Yeah.
Did they all just have the same kind of weapons?
Another member of the
If
Axis
there's
powers.
one thing
Really, Tom is just being clever.
Yoshiyuki Tomino likes, it's fight.
First of all, is this actually the guy's name?
It's my name. What do you
Greenleader
mean? What makes you
was
think
Italian.
Yoshiyuki Tomino's not my name? I like drawing anime and
He's-
Reuben sandwiches. Those are my two favorite things in the world.
My favorite.
He's half Italian and he has a problem with the Germans, and he grew up in Japan.
Yeah.
And made Gundam to be cool samurais killing Nazi robots.
Hey, Rope, he's just a regular Japanese guy. I don't know what to tell you.
Didn't the big main Gundam guy? Didn't he have like a dope, like glowing pink sword or some shit like that? Do they all have swords or no?
Good plan. One of them had a scythe.
That's tight.
I like
That was probably my favorite.
It was pretty
Honestly, honestly.
The Gundam Death Scythe.
He was like the good weeper robot.
I think that's what it was
he
called.
was like the good weeper
we found out.
robot. So
It was really cool.
Just drooling all over yourself.
And the pilot was.
You had you know what I could see you having as a kid, Don, is you have like a really detailed Gundam with the Gundam scythe robot, whatever, and then you have it on top of that Fisher Price pirate ship.
It's pretty cool.
Well, you know, you get creative with your toys. You gotta.
It's a Gundam ship. It's in space.
They keep all the treasure at the bottom of the boat.
Keep all the what at the bottom?
Treasure at the bottom of the boat.
It's just gold coin. It's like those chocolate gold coins that you can eat. Whatever. You like unwrap them.
He's like, time to eat my bounty. You go on the bottom of the
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I had toys growing
It's
up,
true, dude.
Low blow,
and I wasn't
dude, low blow.
poor.
It's true. I'm sorry my dad loved me. Your dad does a somersault in dressed as Legolas. How about you more toys, boy? Somersaults out.
He did send me home with unopened Eldar models, and that was really nice.
What are those?
From like 40K.
Oh yeah, I don't know the name of
He
those.
sent me home with like $500 of unopened Eldar
They
that he
are
acquired
an
at some point.
ancient race of peoples with a very tight-knit community.
Okay, Tom. I feel like you're not really
No.
participating. I feel like something is. I can't tell if you're either you're waiting to strike.
I want to still talk about the Nebraskans and how I feel.
I'm Tom, and I feel like I've been wronged. I'm gonna ruin this whole
what happened
podcast.
I like your Nebraska accent because it sounds like Gilbert Gottfried.
Yashimiku.
It's just Japanese.
Yashimiku
It's clearly
Tomono.
Japanese.
Ah,
Tom Steak.
konnichiwa.
Tom's taking this rough. The Nebraska thing, I think, broke his brain.
I'm gonna throw up. You know how us English get with our tummy problems.
With our tummy problems.
That's right. Yep. Sorry, carry on. You were talking about
go
Don's
to-
dad.
Well, I'd like to go to England. You just said the English thing and made me think about England. I'd love
Oh,
to
yeah?
go. I need to go sometime.
It's, lovely place.
When sometime is, I'll never know, but I would love to go.
It's an open country. You can go whenever you want, buddy.
I don't know where else I'd go besides London. I mean, like London's like basically the only thing
That's
worth
like
visiting.
the
city,
last
right?
place you want to go. You want to go like
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's just
Yeah, London's kind of
giant
gay.
fucking metropolitan. Do you know what I mean? Like
Everything you think of that's cool there is like third as big as you think it is. They don't really have the scale and the majesty they try to sell you on
Well, I thought.
in media.
Well, I thought that.
you are
I thought
painfully American, and not in
That's
the good
just
ways.
how it is. You watch Van Helsing and he's
You
fighting
say this every time.
Dr. Hyde.
What is?
Yeah, well,
you
that's
watch Van
that's
Helsing when
the
you're 7 years
construct.
old, and then you go to England 10 years later, and the Big Ben is nowhere as big as they make you think it is. You're Van Helsing.
they're
Like,
pulling.
shut the fuck up,
Exactly.
dude.
You're
And
pulling
it
on.
sucks.
You're pulling on every.
It sucks.
British person's shirt, tugging on him. Where's Dracula? you asshole?
Where's
Where's Van
Dracula?
Helsing?
Where's
Vampire at?
where's
That can't be the real one because Van Helsing. He fought for ages.
to what I saw in the movie.
Yeah.
Someone lost a little autistic, boys.
They just
You
should have
wanna
built
see
it
my
bigger, Tom.
goddamns?
It's not that impressive.
That's you.
Does Big Ben get to be one of the wonders?
Is it one of the
I
wonders?
can't remember. Because that would be
I don't
lame
think it is one of the wonders.
and unearned.
That's just the bell tower thing, right? Or the church or whatever.
I don't think
Or
it's
clock
just
tower
one
or
of the
something?
wonder- I don't think Big Ben's one of the wonders of the world.
I think would you guys actually ever want to see the pyramids?
No.
I could give a fuck about seeing the pyramids. Also,
Yeah,
apparently
yes.
they say that it's like I was watching this guy's TikTok. There's like this guy who travels around the world and he like gives you signs about people who are trying to scam you and shit. And like the like around the pyramids and stuff, there's like tons of guys who will yell and be like, you can't walk there, and try to guide you over.
My friend! My
take you
friend,
over to a
stop!
spot.
You fucking trip over, unleash one of those mummy curses.
Yeah. Ah! Scare him.
My friend! Stop! Ah! Swallowed by a battalion of scarab beetles.
I also just, I don't, this is me being honest, and this is going to be kind of a petty thing, but I'll be petty here. I'm not a big fan of sand. I just in general, don't like it. Don't even like looking at sand. So.
Don't even like
don't know if
looking at it, huh?
Nah, you don't even go to the beach. I'm like, hey, what is this? What are we doing here?
I'm with you, man. I think sand's fucking gay.
I feel like I'd have to get like my own pair of shoes that I know I'm just going to throw away because they're just going to be fucking ruined.
You don't even own shoes. All of your footwear is flip-flops. I think you'd be all right in sand, honestly.
Well, that's true. But here's the thing, too, is whenever you get around sand, you even if you feel like you got all of it, for like the next like 4 months, you're just going to find like little speckles of sand all over the place. I don't care for it.
Yeah, I don't... I'm trying to think of what could get me to the pyramids, but I literally don't think there's anything in the world that could get me
I think
there.
if there was a teleportation device and I could
still
step
wouldn't
out
go.
and look at it for 30 seconds and then come back in, I think it'd be all right.
I still wouldn't go. I would
Really?
be too afraid of waking the curses of the mummies and having my skin ripped off.
Knowing me, I'm
Vicious,
gonna wake
innit?
the curse of the mummy.
Knowing me, look, I'm gonna wake up Amok 2 and you're gonna fucking kill me.
The jackals are gonna truly bring back the dead when I come back.
Yeah.
A plague of locusts upon my house.
Yeah, Raw's really gonna come down and smite the area, so I figured I'd
Alright,
probably just stay at home.
Don't you flex your knowledge of Egyptian backstory?
I mostly just know all that because of Yu-Gi-Oh! So.
It's time to do. There's you at the fucking pyramids with your goddamn
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh
Where's
deck
Exodia?
arm, and then Don's at the fucking Big Ben with his stupid Gundams.
I have one of those. I have like one of the
those
dual arm
dual-
things you put the
dual
cards
arms,
on. I'm just fucking pulling on all the locals there too, and I'm like,
Where's Exodia?
You're grave digging for
Who
the
is
archaeologing for the pieces of Exodia.
The
Where's
cards.
Kybercorp?
Yeah.
I twisted the heart of the cards. My friend.
I thought I was gonna come here. I gotta go do it, but I couldn't.
like, what?
Did you know? Did you know the ancient Egyptians were Japanese?
You tell that
you
to
know
an
that?
Egyptian native.
What?
In the show,
in the
they're like
show,
ancient
he's
Japanese. I'm pretty sure they're Japanese.
Yeah, his ancestor is like the pharaoh or whatever, or maybe, or no. He gets possessed by the pharaoh because of the puzzle
That's a
thing, but they flash back to it, and it just
He
looks
looks the
like
exact
Iggy,
same.
but in
He's just kind of tan.
in Egypt with like
I'm
Egypt stuff
King
on.
Tut.
Yeah, he's sort of tan.
Welcome to Egypt.
That first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh is so funny. I like whenever they're in the Yu-Gi-Oh's playing Joey in the heist. Did you guys ever watch that growing up?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Fuck yeah, dude,
Yeah,
of course.
all the time.
So the first episode, remember when Yu-Gi is playing Joey and they lose, or he like loses? He's like, God, I always lose, right? And he's like, well, let me see your deck. And it's like all monster cards. And he basically calls him a fucking retard. He's like, well, you have to play trap cards and spell cards. He's like, no way. I just want to play monsters. And then, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay. And then like 3 minutes later, his like 2'7" grandpa gets fucking like kidnapped. Somebody breaks into a store. They're like, hey, he stole my blue eyes white dragon, Yugi. That first episode rules.
Yeah, and they steal his soul.
Or do they?
Yeah,
Oh, that is the first.
Kaiba.
Pegasus.
I think Pegasus steals his soul
Kaiba
with his
loses
eye.
his
Grandpa
Kaiba
gave
loses
him
his fight or his like duel against Yugi, and I think that prompts Pegasus to come, and he's like, by the way, I'm stealing your grandpa's soul. And he's like, what the fuck? Why? I'll compete for it, dude. He's like, no, this gives you weight now to win. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's always funny. The first run of that show rules. I don't care what anybody says. Shit's awesome.
I feel like as a kid I could follow Dragon Ball Z pretty well and all the others, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Lost me very quickly.
Really?
You didn't keep up with it. You didn't watch. all the episodes?
I loved
probably
Yu-Gi-Oh! I
watched
just
all of
couldn't, my
season
brain
one.
couldn't comprehend the intricate plot.
Well, what's funny about that is that the thing with Joey, being a mongoloid with a whole deck of monsters is like, it's just like Pokemon, where the show is sort of designed to sell little kids on the game, so it's dumbed down so you understand it, you know. And here's Joey's cool, and he likes monsters, but he's got to understand. You got to buy those trap cards.
Game in the show is like not reflective of how the game is actually played.
No, that's true too. It was like,
I just remember every time I was watching though, I hated Joey because he'd always be like, I mean, you got to help me, Yugs. My sister, she's going blind. It's like, do you think he's not going to help just pay for her surgery, dude? Why don't you calm the fuck down? I can't do it. And he's like, I have to beat you to save my sister. And I'm like, dude, his grandpa's soul is stolen. Like, your sister we're going to pay for the surgery. Why don't you just calm down and like fucking like let me by here? I can't, Yug. My sister, she's blind. I will say the May character, she was hot.
Yeah, I
Big
was
titty
also going
harpy
to bring
chick.
that up eventually.
Was that the
harpy
Was
chick.
that the blind one?
No, the harpy chick.
I just always
She had
viewed her
big
as like
boobies.
female
Harpy
Joey.
chick. Who's May?
She does kind of look like that.
Yeah.
Isn't there? I thought that was her name was May. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Oh
just
yeah,
thought
you're
she
right.
was like-
yeah,
I
I
thought-
forgot
I'll
about
tell
her. Damn.
After today's episode, you know, Tom, you're literally that you're the duelist in that first season. That's like the bug guy. He's his whole deck is like bug creatures and stuff. Look that up real quick.
Why don't you explain that further for us?
He has the blue hair and the glasses. And I'm like, this is
Oh yeah, this
you're,
Weevil.
You're literally that guy. You kind of look like him.
Why am I this guy?
you don't really look. You kind of have your face has a similar vibe though, with the glasses and
Yeah.
the smile. Yeah.
He gives off major. If somebody could draw Weevil except just with Tom's haircut, it would be uncanny, dude.
Why am I with this character? I need the story here.
So, well, first off, he's such a dick. Hey, do I need to say more? But he's the character that like grabs Yuki's deck, grabs Exodia, and just throws it off the fucking boat, like episode 2.
How
You
does
remember
this
that?
relate to this episode? You said based on this episode, I'm this character.
Yeah, I'm at this podcast.
Oh, this whole podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I accept it.
Now I'm looking at all of Weevil's cards. I remember I had some of these. I'm stoked.
I forgot about May. She's like the
Dude, she's sexy.
Meg, the Meg of Yu-Gi-Oh.
No,
Yeah, dude, same vibe.
no, not at all. The Meg is the
What did
No,
she?
no,
I'm
no.
trying to remember what she sounded. Didn't she kind of sound like
No,
her
no,
too?
May-
'Cause
May-
she had like the Brooklyn.
people
thing.
like May. The girl that's like Meg in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's like the one girl that does absolutely nothing. It's like her and that one guy who has the super like one spike haircut, but she's like a part of the
I'm with
friend
Don,
group.
honestly.
Oh, he's good. I
I'm
think I
with
remember
Don.
him.
May
Maybe
definitely looks
it's
like
all
Meg.
coming back to me. She's got the
100% has
vibe.
the vibe.
Which
Yeah,
one?
May.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Everybody hates Meg.
Not done.
I don't hate me.
You like Meg and Family Guy?
No,
I
what
don't
the
know.
fuck?
I think
no.
I'm missing.
Hercules.
Oh, I thought you were talking
Hercules.
about Family Guy.
What are you talking about?
Because I was like, the Meg would be the girl that's this. And I put it in a general chat.
Who is like Family Guy Meg
That's
in
what I was
Yu-Gi-Oh?
saying. I look in general chat here. It's that girl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
kinda
no one
like,
even gives a shit.
She's sort of there
She's
the whole
there
time.
the entire
isn't she?
time and does
Just-
absolutely nothing. Pathetic,
Yeah.
dude. Pathetic.
Well, speaking of that, who the fuck is that brown haired guy in the background? I vaguely remember him doing.
That's what I'm
nothing as
saying.
well.
It's like those two. He's just the guy has one spike. He's relevant for like 1 second in the first episode when basically Joey's like getting ready to beat the shit out of Yugi and probably like manhandle him like Tom Holland in the bathroom. And he's like, "Stop bullying him." I'm pretty sure is what he says. Or
Yeah,
they're bullying him, and then
Joey's
Yugi's
getting-
like,
back shots from Red Eyes Black Dragon in the bathroom.
yeah, from fucking Time Wizard or whatever the fuck that one Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Dark Magician.
I like it. Very good.
Dark Magician. What is it? What is his deal? No, Exodia's obliterate. What was wasn't Dark Magician's things just dark magic or something?
It was just the only card that Joey ever played.
No.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh played Dark Magician.
Oh, no, you're
yeah,
right.
He says
Joey
Dark
played Red
Magic
Eyes Black
Attack.
Dragon.
Yeah, who was Joey's
Red Eyes Black
card?
Dragon.
How many times do I have to
Trying to
say
remember.
the same fucking
He
thing?
said Red
okay.
Eyes Black Dragon.
Which one is it? Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yeah, okay, but which one is Joey's?
I will say the starter deck Dark Magician card, the art for that like I drew that so many times when I was a fucking kid, dude. I love that design.
All
It's
right.
so fucking stupid.
Real question: Red Eyes Black Dragon or Blue Eyes White Dragon?
Blue Eyes for sure.
Yeah, but it's because it's more
Sure,
powerful.
okay.
What about just from a design perspective?
I still think Blue Eyes.
I think design too. A black dragon. It's
They
just
just-
cliche. Black dragon.
They also just like he's more popular, so they just have way better art of him too. Even on their first card, I like the first original card too, but there's a lot of great art of him.
Man, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards really managed to instill a sense of power with all those fucking stars, those red circles with the
yeah!
stars.
As soon as you saw the stars, you knew it was
Yeah.
fucking on, dude.
yeah.
Totally. Dude, these
my
and
God.
also just great designs on them too. Like I remember going to fucking Walmart and seeing these. I used to get the starter decks, and I'd also get hold on a second. I'm looking it up. Yeah, dude. I bought one of these when I was younger. going to Walmart and seeing like starter decks or seeing those fucking Yu-Gi-Oh tins. Did you guys ever get those?
I don't think they
Oh,
had
yeah.
them in the UK.
That's how you start. Yeah. You didn't have the
That's a
tins.
shame.
That was the only way
Buster
to
Blader
start.
was like
Or
the
I
best.
didn't
I thought he
ever
was
see
so
them.
sick.
I had a bunch of Chinese.
It comes
knockoff
with the whole
cards.
like the. Yeah, well, that was in it. I remember my dad took us to New York and like the street markets or
Just had
whatever.
them
I
out there.
interest you
We
in
bought,
some cards.
Yeah, there's like 47 stars at the top, They're, like breaking the margin, and the monster's name is so long it also breaks the
That's how-
margin, just like
That's how you
made
know
up.
you can really trick children though, because you don't know how to play. And you just look at how many stars does it have, and you're like you see it going off the margin. You're like,
Wow.
my god.
Well, I think it's more like you're a little like fucking 12-year-old loser, and you're gonna take it back to your friends and try to pull one over.
My
you know?
my mom bought me a holographic card one time from a card shop that was $7, and I thought I was like. I went to school with it in a sleeve and like was showing all my friends. It was the Flame Swordsman fusion card. I was like
Epic.
on top of the fucking world, dude. I was like, yeah, my mom pretty much bought this for me. It's pretty sweet.
Dude, I had fucking. It's only got 1800 attack and 1600 defense.
Oh, he probably does absolutely nothing. But
Dog
in
shit,
foil,
bro.
holy shit, was it sick?
But you get the
I-
you get
Yeah,
the
I have no
I
idea
had
how
a
to play at
holographic
all.
dark magician, bro. 2500 attack.
Well, yeah. Well,
stupid
this isn't a
swordsman's getting
pissing
stomped,
contest.
bro.
It just,
Yeah, kind of
I
is
was
now.
happy. Let me talking to you about a key memory in my life, but no big deal. It's fine. Well, what a magical and wonderful episode of Cream Crew. Any final words from you guys?
I disavow everything that was said on this podcast.
I disavow everything that
Hunter
Tom
said.
tried
on
to
this
allege and perpetrate on this podcast.
Okay, well, I guess that covers us.
And
Well, I
there's
guess
your-
we're off scot free.
And there's your Infinity Shield.
Hey, I grew up next to a family from Nebraska, and they were very nice. And I like that.
I want people to. I want people to realize that if you're from
I
Nebraska,
asked them over
Tom
for
doesn't mean
Christmas,
anything
and
by
they
what
said
he
they didn't
says.
celebrate that in Nebraska. I didn't understand.
Okay, well, is that it?
Yeah. That's it.
All right, see you, folks.